What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hope everyone had a good weekend. What's up, Jahira? Not much news to talk about, um, but we're going to go over film news. There's some NBA news, not a lot, but some. Um, there's like one trade to talk about, an injury, and a couple signings, and then NFL preseason. Um, which actually, I think I can do my week one predictions this week because I think next Wednesday is the regular season starts. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Week one predictions because I'm pretty sure the season starts next week because it's the last week of August. Um, so yeah, and then after that, see if we can find a tier list to do, as usual. But we'll start with the film stuff. I just got to get my screen shared and my banner set up. But I'll do that. I already got the Film Buzz page pulled up. Yeah. All right, picking up where we left off. Wolverine will not be included in the MCU's main X-Men team. Now, I'm not mad about this. Even though he's one of my favorite Marvel characters in general, and he's my favorite member of the X-Men team. Um, let's be real, the Fox X-Men got carried by Hugh Jackman Wolverine, so I think it'll be interesting to see the X-Men team start out without Wolverine and just to do a couple movies without, Logan Wolverine. But Logan will join the X-Men team in a future movie. So it'll be interesting to see who they choose to play their version of Wolverine, or if they use Hugh Jackman a little longer. I don't know. Let's see. And some Batman stuff. According to insider Jeff Snyder, the Court of Owls will reportedly appear in the Batman Part 2. They will, whoops, I did not mean to do that. They will be one of the villains in the film alongside Harvey Dent in theaters. And they need to freaking hurry up with that movie. Avengers Secret Wars has officially started filming. So I believe that comes out a year after Doomsday, pretty much. And Navarrete turned down multiple movies to play Rogue in Marvel's X-Men. Yeah, don't blame her. She turned down a role in Heat 2 with Leonardo DiCaprio and Christian Bale. She also rejected another major horror movie. An Outer Banks prequel series officially in the works, so nobody cares. Spider Island will probably be a part of Battle World and Avengers Secret Wars. Many Spider-Man variants are set to appear. So that's pretty cool. Oh boy, multiple new TV shows are officially in the works at Marvel. They will likely be focused on street level heroes. That's fine. Announcements for these shows are coming soon. Magneto will officially appear in Marvel Studios' X-Men movie. I thought Adam Driver was supposed to play him, but he's actually playing Mr. Sinister instead. Lee Pace is being heavily rumored to play the role. I have no idea who he is. But as long as he does a good job playing the character, that's all I really care about. Can't believe Outer Banks went for 6 years. And of course, I have to reload the page. Fantastic. All right, let's try this again. Lanterns had the biggest opening for DC show of all time. Pulled 9.3 million views in just 3 days. It beat shows like Peacemaker and The Penguin. I've only heard positive stuff about it so far. Avengers Endgame Encore will have an official runtime of 3 hours and 5 minutes. It is 4 minutes longer than the original movie. The Russo brothers say it is essential viewing to understand Avengers Doomsday. Releasing in theaters September 25th. I'm contemplating about going to see it. The DCU Jimmy Olsen series is officially titled The People versus Gorilla Grodd. Okay, why are we doing this? Jimmy Tatro will play Gorilla Grodd in the DCU. Follows Jimmy Olsen investigating if Grodd was wrongly accused. Oh my gosh, bro. Expected to release 2027. So unnecessary. National Treasure 3 is officially in the works with Nicolas Cage returning. I remember seeing the first one. I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember what happens in the second one, but first one is a pretty solid movie. So tickets have went on sale today. Jafar Jackson is being fan cast as Nightcrawler and Marvel's X-Men. And then Marvel can't do a solo Hulk movie. Marvel owns the Hulk, but Universal controls the sale of his solo movies. Disney does not want to fund a Hulk movie and share the profit with Universal. Marvel can still use the character in team-up movies. Marvel is still building a Hulk universe without a Hulk solo movie. God, Red Hulk was so bad. Freaking Captain America, Brave New World, or whatever it's called. Haley Atwell says she hated Captain Carter's ending in Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, don't blame her. Masters of the Universe 2 is reportedly in the works at Amazon. Yeah, heard that movie didn't do too well at the box office. The film pulled in 1.1 billion viewing minutes on streaming. It flopped at the box office and lost over 150 million. That's crazy. But maybe the second one will, go better. The Brave and the Bold movie has reportedly been put on hold at DC. Let's be honest, this is getting canceled because James Gunn wants his own Batman, but he kind of wants Robert Pattinson's Batman. So it's kind of a tug of war over at DC. I knew this was going to happen. They are waiting for the Paramount and Warner Brothers merger to be settled. No Batman actor has been cast yet, so it's probably going to get canceled. And in I'm not even Andy, whatever that, however you say that, The Flash is still set to direct. Oh boy. Greta Gerwig's Narnia is the most expensive Netflix movie of all time. It has a reported budget of 280 million. In theaters February 12th, 2027. The Magician's Nephew. Oh boy. Yeah, they haven't done a Narnia movie in years. Like the Aslan the Lion's screen time, reduces by like each movie. Like the most screen time he has is the first one. Like the second one, he's in it a little bit. The third one, he's in it for like 3 minutes. That's it. Marvel Studios has revealed their release schedule all the way to 2029. So you got extended version of Endgame, Vision Quest, not interested, Avengers Doomsday, whatever Spider-Man, whatever this is, yeah, not really interesting. Daredevil Born Again Season 3, here we go. March 2027. Secret Wars December 17th, 2027. X-Men May 5th, 2028. Ghost Rider July 28th, 2028. The 3, and you got 3 untitled movies. Inde Navarrete is now in the running to win Best Actress at the 2027 Oscars. Yeah, she deserves it. She's currently the most popular young actress in Hollywood. And then you have freaking betting odds. First trailer for Avengers Endgame Encore has been released. Maximum scale. Cars will return to theaters on September 4th for its 20th anniversary. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite animated movies growing up. The original Cars movie. Oh, this looks cool. This is a nice poster. Yeah, that's it for the film segment. And my mistake. Week one doesn't start next week. It starts on September 9th. Next week is September 2nd. So next week I will do my week one predictions. So my apologies. Let's see. Falcons quarterback Michael Penix has been cleared to return to 11 on 11 work. He tore his left ACL last November, has been limited in offseason workouts. But yeah, just unfortunate. He's been decimated with injuries, so I just don't see him lasting much longer in the NFL. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see him start like later down the road because of how bad Tua is. Because he's been screwed by concussions. He's had like 3 of them in his NFL career. Let's see what we got. And then this is unfortunate. Chargers starting center Tyler Biadasz, I don't know how to say it, will miss the entire 2026 season after being placed on IR. Suffered damage to his ACL. But yeah, Chargers just can't catch a break when it comes to their offensive line. I remember last year, right before the season started, they lost Rashawn Slater for the year to an injury. And then in the middle of the season, they lose Joe Alt to season-ending injury. So they lost both their starting tackles going to the playoffs. So yeah, just brutal loss. And they just signed him to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Back-to-back season-ending posts in preseason. Yeah. And the Niners have activated George Kittle off the PUP list, which, for those of you who don't know what that stands for, it's the physically unable to participate or play. Kittle has several months to ramp up towards week one's game in Australia, something Kittle has promised to return for. Kittle can now return to practice as the NFL is one of the best tight ends back. But yeah, so that is certainly good news. Let's see. Genty's hurt. That's not good. Seahawks second round safety Bud Clark went down with what appeared to be a serious lower leg injury. That definitely sucks as a rookie. Saints are trading linebacker Deion Jones to the Niners in exchange for running back Zamir White. Okay, so 1-for-1 trade. Ashton Jeanty is expected to miss some time after suffering a sprained ankle during Sunday's practice. That's unfortunate. But it is a broken ankle and it'll be out for months. Deshaun Watson has been named the Browns starting quarterback over Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, not looking good in Cleveland. And no, Arch Manning is not going to the Browns. He's going to go to the Cardinals. CJ Uzomah is officially retiring from the NFL after 10 seasons, signing a one-day contract with the Bengals. So I guess he started his career with the Bengals. And I didn't know he was on that. I don't remember him being on that Super Bowl team, but shout out to him, I guess. And yeah, big news for my Pats today. Patriots have traded Kayshon Boutte to the Texans for Jalen Reed in a 2028 7th-round pick. I know it looks bad on our part, but wide receiver room is just too crowded with A.J. Brown being there, bringing in Romeo Doubs. Plus, you have other guys that are, going to look for reps as well. Kyle Williams, Mac Hollins. So we kind of and it was a financial decision too, because, he is in the last year of his rookie contract. So you either trade him now and get a solid return, or you lose him for nothing in free agency. Pick your poison. But he was a fun player to watch past few years. So, wish him the absolute best in Houston. And we'll see if he stays in Houston or if he signs elsewhere. Another Achilles injury. Dylan Horton is feared to have suffered a torn Achilles. That's unfortunate. Kyle Williams is set for a bigger role in year 2 following the Kayshon Boutte trade. Pretty much what I was explaining a couple minutes ago. Allen Robinson has officially announced his retirement from the NFL after 11 seasons. Okay, good for him. Boycott. Dan Orlovsky is calling for Browns fans to boycott games after Cleveland named Deshaun Watson QB1. I'm being dead serious when I say this. Browns fans should not go to games at some point. There has to be a tipping point. If I was a Browns fan, I'm not going to home games. Orlovsky went on to question how Watson could call out the Browns fan base and then be named the starting quarterback days later, adding that he feels awful for Cleveland fans. There's a lot of season ticket holders who spend money, so unless the stadium starts looking empty and hurting the pockets, only then something would happen. Otherwise, they will still show up Who are we kidding? It's football. Yeah. I get it. I don't like Deshaun Watson either, but they really have no better option. Shador is not that good. And then Dylan Gabriel shouldn't even be considered an option. Yeah, brutal loss for the Trailblazers. Shaden Sharp suffered a torn meniscus, and he's expected to miss 6 months. So that's pretty much the entire season. So that really sucks. This kid's dealt with injuries throughout his basketball career. So, yeah, it just sucks. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Lakers and Hawks are in active discussions on a sign and trade that would send Jaden Hardy to Atlanta and Kuminga to LA. So it looks like Klay Thompson's going to wear his number 11 again in Miami. And then Giannis says he will return to Milwaukee after he finishes his tenure with the Miami Heat. And pile on to Denver's horrible offseason. They've signed DeRozan to a 1-year, $3.9 million deal. Still a good mid-range shooter. He's just not a good three-point shooter. He's not a good defender either. So yeah, Denver's defense looks absolutely atrocious. But yeah, Klay Thompson is leaving Dallas. He's going to sign with Miami. So they need a little bit more shooting. What's this about Josh Hart? Knicks are not expected to give Josh Hart a 4-year extension. See if he takes a discount. Damn, he's 31 years old already. Yeah, we'll see if he's willing to do that or not. And James Harden has agreed to a 3-year, $97 million contract with a player option and a trade kicker. Holy moly. He's 36 years old. And then the Peyton Watson stuff is finally over. He is headed to Cleveland in a sign and trade. But Peyton Watson going to the Cavs on a 4-year, $88 million deal. Max Strus is going to the Clippers. And the Nuggets get an unprotected 2031 first-round pick. And they'll get a second-round pick as well. Yeah, I love the Watson addition to Cleveland. They finally get the starting, small forward they've been looking for. Excellent perimeter defender. Stepped up when Jokic was hurt. Doesn't really do that much offensively, but they have Harden and Mitchell. And then maybe Mobley can take an offensive leap. Let's see, what's this about JaVale McGee? Oh, okay. It's just the Shaqtin' a Fool stuff. Yeah, so we're caught up on the NBA news. See if I can find a tier list. I have to shut off the banner. Yeah, School Spirit season 4 is in production that got announced today. So I'd expect season 4 in between January to March, around that range. That's usually when it's been coming out recently. All right, let's do a chip tier list. All right, let's check it out. We'll just add the never had. Okay, Cheetos. They're one of my favorites. So we'll put these in A. I don't have them often, but every now and then. I don't think I've had this flavor, so never had these. Never had the Frito twists. Funyuns, they're okay, I guess. Barbecue baked, I've had before, they're all right. Never had these. Cape Cod chips are my favorite, or one of my favorites, so put them in A tier. I have them more often than Cheetos. Flaming Hot, I don't eat those at all. I'm just like, nope. I'm just not into spicy food that much. The Puffs are pretty good. I'd say B. I like the normal ones better, but the Puffs aren't bad. Spicy Cheez-Its, never had those. White cheddar Cheez-Its are pretty good. Take them over Cheetos. And then original Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are one of my favorite snacks. Put them in A tier. I don't think I've had that Chex Mix. I've had traditional, I think. Um, say D tier. I'm just not really a fan. There's a Chex Mix I do like, but that's not the one. Combos. I've never had combos before. Then you got Cool Ranch Doritos, Noah's favorite. We'll put them in C tier. I think this is the Nacho Doritos, I think. But yeah, those are good. I don't know what these ones are, so I don't think I've had these ones. And then these ones I've never had. Never had these either. Garlic cheese Fritos I've never had. Sound good though. Or does it? Or that actually? I think that says chili cheese. Um, and you got the normal Fritos. I've had those before. I like them. They're pretty good. Say C tier. Never had these. That goldfish, just not this kind. The normal kind I've had. Say C tier over Cool Ranch. Sun chips I've had before. They're all right, I guess. Not my favorite. Never had Chester's. It's like a knockoff of Cheetos. Sea salt and vinegar. I've had this one. I guess top of D. It's not bad. Baked. It's all right, I guess. Lay's barbecue is pretty good. Put them in B tier. Don't think I've had these ones. Sour cream and onion. That's pretty good. Probably take them over the Doritos, honestly. All right, you got normal Lay's. They're all right. Put them bottom of B. Never had Munchies. I don't even know what this is. Pork skins, no. Never had pizza. Pringles. Sour cream Pringles. They're all right. Probably top of C. Pretzels. Put them over Cool Ranch. Ruffles, cheddar. Some of my favorites. I like Ruffles. Put them in A. Sour cream. Yeah, put them in A. Smart Food's not bad. Smart Food popcorn. Put them like around here. Never had these. Sun chips. They're okay, I guess. I've never had Takis, believe it or not. Tostitos. Those are perfect for making nachos. So these are pretty good. Yeah, we'll move them down here. Never had these ones. These are okay, I guess. I've had them like a couple times. They're more of crackers. Never had jalapeno. And then these, we can. This just goes without saying. So, yeah, none in S tier. I'll put normal Cheez-Its in S tier. Yeah, that's the chip one. I'll do this DreamWorks movie tier list, and then that'll end the live. All right, got Flushed Away. I've never seen. Megamind's pretty good. Evan thinks it's the greatest animated movie ever. Put it in A tier. Shrek, I think that's Forever After. Yeah, that's going in F. Just did not like that one very much. Kung Fu Panda, 2008. I wouldn't say S, but definitely one of my favorite DreamWorks movies. Madagascar 2, I argue, is better than the first one. Put it up there. Turbo, never watched. Trolls, I've never watched. B movie, F, just not good at all. Monsters vs. Aliens, pretty underrated. I'll put in B tier. Kung Fu Panda 2, pretty solid movie. Let's put in A tier. And you know what? We'll put in B tier. Puss in Boots, we'll put in C. Just kind of boring at times. Madagascar 3, probably the weakest out of the Madagascar trilogy, but pretty good ending. Rise of the Guardians, that was all right. Probably put it in C. The Croods is pretty funny. Yeah, I'll put that in C. Mr. P. Sherman, that was funny. That was a nice heartfelt story. See, put it top of C. It's more entertaining than Puss in Boots. Kung Fu Panda 3, take it over the second one. Really good villain. Over the Hedge, that was pretty good. Put it there. Boss Baby, F, just not very good. Wallace and Gromit, never watched. This Penguins movie, I've never watched. Ants, I've never watched. I've seen Chicken Run a couple times. It's all right, I guess. Yeah, we'll see D. How to Train Your Dragon, the original one, top of A. How to Train Your Dragon 2, pretty solid sequel. I'll put bottom of B. The original Madagascar, it's pretty solid. Say top of B. Prince of Egypt, never watched. Never watched it either. Shark Tale, I've seen a couple times. It's not that bad. All right, let's just relax. I'll put bottom of C. All right, and then these two are legitimately goated. Shrek 2 going in S tier. Can't put it over Shrek 1 though. The original Shrek, absolutely goated. And then I guess they did not put Puss in Boots: The Last Wish on here. But Shrek the Third, it's not that bad, you guys. Like, can we just relax? Never seen this. And this movie is pretty funny. Probably like around there. But yeah, they did not add The Last Wish in here, but yeah, that would go in S tier as well. All right, but that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on Network on Thursday. Peace out.